Hello pirate, Wizard here. How's your latest voyages been going? Today I spied on Sea of Thieves' Twitter page a new ship potentially making its way onto our seas. No, it's not a man o' war, unfortunately. It's this. Yes, it's a rowboat with a cannon attached. I thought I'd jump on here and make a quick guide to rowboats in general, just in case we get this new type next season, because we are only 2 weeks away. So, sit yourself down, get a grog, and click subscribe for more Sea of Thieves tips, tricks, and clips. So the first question you're probably asking is, Wiz, where do I even find a rowboat? And the answer is, most islands. They can be along the shoreline, just waiting to be boarded. They can also spawn at forts in the water feature or the pond, and some of them are really useful, particularly when you're doing a Fort of Fortune, because you can just load up all that loot on from the vault and take it straight off to an outpost. Particularly helpful if you have a ton of kegs, particularly Athena kegs and black powder kegs, because you don't want to put them onto your ship. You know, tuck them on a rowboat, glide the rowboat off, and even if you get sunk, you're not going to have kegs on your ship, you're not going to at least sink to a keg. So, you know, win-win. If a rowboat spawns on an island, it will be facing the ocean, but if someone has rowed a rowboat over to an island, the rowboat will be facing inward towards the island, so quick pick there. But that's how you find out that there are tuckers there. So do be mindful when you see a rowboat, if which way it's facing towards the island or to the sea. Particularly also look out for rowboats at ports, because we all know everyone loves the tuck. The second aspect to rowboats is docking it to your ship. So on an Xbox controller, you need your two triggers, left and right, and that will be the right oar and the left oar, and then your bumpers will be your brake. For your PC players, you'll have to go into the settings and see which keybinds you have. You can change your keybinds for whatever you want. So, you know, if you don't want DNF, you can have it as A and E or whatever the vibe you want. That's fine. In terms of docking it to your ship, row it up to the back end of your boat, whether you're on a sloop, a brig, or a galley. It's kind of in the same vicinity. Row it up there, and then you'll see a command to hold. So on an Xbox controller, it is you press Y. On PC, it'll be whatever the command is for your action button. Simply hold it, and the rowboat will automatically be lifted up. Depending on the size of your ship, will be depending on how much it rises to your ship. But then it will be there. Just a warning: other players can detach your rowboat, so it's not just your crew that can do this, which is why I would advise not putting all of your treasure in the rowboat, because all it's going to take is your attention to be on something else, on a meg, on a skelly ship, on another crew, and another crew to come swiftly in and just detach that rowboat, and off all your treasure goes. The only time I would kind of be a bit more lenient to doing that is maybe doing like a Fort of Fortune or a particular world event where you are right next to an outpost. So for example, if you're at Mermaid's Hideaway and you've just done Lash and Winds and you could see Golden Sands, it's right there, and you literally have a couple of clicks to go. That's when I would kind of be a bit more okay with having it in my rowboat. Otherwise, pop it downstairs and you know, safe and sound type thing. Also, when it's docked, don't forget to check the chest, because you may find curses, you may find meat, but there will definitely be some wood, fruit, and potentially cannons in there as well. There won't be a huge ton. It'll kind of be the same as if you picked up a storage crate. It's that extra little bit of space. Particularly handy if you are taking the rowboat to go tuck on someone else's ship, or go figure out what another crew is doing. You can have a whole bunch of storage for your fruit. And any kind of cannons that you may need, that kind of thing. So it's kind of useful to have a little bit in that storage crate, as it were, but don't go overboard. Make sure you're still being organised of where you put all your supplies. And did you know that rowboats can also be destroyed accidentally? So they can be destroyed in the storm with lots of lightning bolts hitting your ship. It can also take damage for you as that kind of first impact. So when you're doing flame up, for example, you may not get a hull, but your rowboat might. And after so many hits, your rowboat will just disintegrate in front of your very eyes. So once again, don't put too much loot in there that you don't mind losing, because you never know when it's just kind of gonna vanish, and then you're gonna look and there's gonna be no loot in sight. And I say that from painful experience. Please don't do it. It is heartbreaking when you've slaved away for hours and then you go, you're at, and you don't even realise, you pull up to an outpost and you're like, yep, gonna sell, gonna get some lovely reputation and gold, and then you look and you're just like, where did it go? It was right here. And by the time you notice, it probably would have sunk. So don't waste your precious hours and stick it downstairs, please. I beg. So overall, rowboats are super handy. Whether you want to go tuck on another ship, you want to go and just check out what they're doing, or take over, or empty a vault. Like Crescent Isle is quite a hard island to kind of get into. My crew and I, we park around the back usually, and row over, and then when the vault's done, put everything to the rowboat and then sail it over. Hopefully I'm not giving away too many of my crew secrets, but I think that's kind of what a lot of people do. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping I've not just, if anyone sees us on the seas, they knows exactly what we're doing. I would love to know what you use robots for in your adventures. Feel free to comment below. I love hearing stories of the sea. And also, are you looking forward to the next season and potentially new rowboat? Thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more Sea of Thieves content. I will see you on the seas.